Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Faith. I love to read and I have a Bookstagram account, so I decided this year that I wanted to start a Booktube. So bear with me, this is my first time doing any type of YouTube channel thing, really. I attempted once like a vlog type thing and I think I posted one video and that was it. So hopefully this goes better than that did. I'm 31 years old and I live in Tennessee, so that's a little background about me. I work at a used bookstore, which is amazing. I love it. So yeah, I just wanted to do this like little intro video and just kind of talk about books, like what I like to read, what I'm currently reading, and I also want to do my TBR for January. So my favorite genres of books are romance and fantasy. I also like mystery thriller books. Those are really fun. My favorite series is, you guessed it, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I love it. I read it back in, I think it was October 2020. My sister read it and was like, Faith, you have to read this book series. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I borrowed her books and I read them like, I think I read the first 4 in like a week because I, at the time, was working third shift somewhere and we didn't do anything. So I was able to like read my whole shift, which was awesome. So I read them in like a week and I was like, okay, when's the next book coming out? So it was really fun. But I've liked reading pretty much my whole life. I remember in 5th grade, I was a little behind on my reading levels than a lot of other people. So 5th grade, I read a lot more and I participated in our accelerated reader program. And so at the end of the year, I got like a little reward for like most improved reader, which was awesome. And that just kind of kicked off my love of reading. So since then, I've read pretty regularly until my like freshman, sophomore year of college. I kind of stopped because life and college and having to get a job and everything just kind of put reading on the back burner, which sucked, but it is what it is. So after that, I was only reading maybe like a handful of books a year until the end of 2020 when my sister was like, read ACOTAR. So I was like, okay. And since then, I've been reading regularly. 2021, I read, I think it was like 154 books, which was the most books I've read ever in one year. It was awesome. And then last year I read 75 books, which was still pretty good. Most of them were audiobooks because the job I work at now, I'm able to listen to audiobooks. I can't physically read because I like actually have to do stuff on my job, but I can listen to audiobooks while I work, which is really cool. So I normally do that. I do try to still physically read a couple of books a month while I'm at home because I like physically reading books. I also have a Kindle Paperwhite that I use. So in 2021, I read a lot on my Kindle. Ice Planet Barbarians was one of my favorite series in 2021. I read all 22 books on my Kindle, like just one right after the other. They were so good. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to like mention. I guess a little bit more about me, like what I like. I like video games a lot. I haven't been playing as much recently because I just feel like there hasn't been as many new games come out that I've been that interested in. Right now, I'm obsessed with Disney Dreamlight Valley. That one's really fun. I have all the characters that are available right now. 2020, I played a lot of Animal Crossing for the Switch when it came out. Like a lot. I even bought the Animal Crossing Switch because I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed. I love that game. It's so fun. And on the PS4, right now I'm playing the Quarry. It's pretty fun. I like it. It was messing up a little bit when I first played it. Like it would freeze a lot, but I think they fixed it because the last time I played, everything ran really smooth. I think I've got like 2 chapters left in it, so it's pretty good. I like scary games. I like the Lego games. Those are some of my favorites, like Animal Crossing, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Those kind of like laid back cozy games. I really like those. I like Pokemon. I haven't played the last couple of like new games yet. I'm still on Pokemon Sword because I don't play it a lot. But I do like Pokemon. When I was younger, I played a lot on the Game Boy. So I like that. Let's see, I'm trying to journal this year. I have a book journal that I'm keeping, which is right here. It's this one. I got it from Crate a couple of years ago. It's really pretty. There's that. So that's my book journal for this year. And then I have a couple other like guided journals I want to try to do this year. One's fun. It's like a fangirl one. So it's pretty cool. I saw it at Barnes & Noble and I was like, I gotta get that. And I haven't been watching a lot of TV, but I have been trying to slowly get back into TV because I haven't watched really in the last couple years, so I've been getting caught back up on stuff. My favorite show ever is Supernatural, so if you like Supernatural, you're awesome. It's my favorite show, my comfort show. Right now, I'm trying to get caught up on the new season of The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm also watching Jessica Jones for the first time on the first season. And I know the new Last of Us show, the first episode just came out, so I'm gonna be watching that soon because I love those games. I like the first one more than the second one, but both of them are really fun. So I'm excited about that. And then the last movie I watched was Glass Onion, the Knives Out movie, and it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was really funny. So I kind of hope that they make more of those, but yeah, that was good. I think I'm going to get into my TBR for this month. So obviously we're about halfway through the month, so I've already read a few books. So I'm going to show you my physical books that I have that I'm reading this month. I have one Kindle book, and then I think there's like 3 that I'm doing on audiobook that I don't physically own. So I'll try to like put the covers up here so that you can see which ones they are. But I just read this one, Untamed. It's a House of Night novel. It's book 4. I just listened to the audiobook and it was really good. I started this series, I think my senior year of high school, and I read some of it my like freshman year of college. I only got through, I want to say book 6 maybe, and I never finished the series. There's 12 books. I'm going through and rereading the ones that I read before because I don't remember everything that happened, and then I'm going to finish the series. And then there's also a spin-off series that I want to get to as well. I don't know if I'll get to it this year. It might be next year. I don't know. I would like to finish the series this year, but I love it. It's about this girl, Zoe Redbird. She finds out that she is a fledgling vampire, and so she has to leave her like regular human school to go to the House of Night school, which is where all the fledglings go. They're all taught by adult vamps. They have a high like priestess, Neferet. She's there, and after Zoe goes, all these like weird kind of spooky things start happening, and she finds out that she's kind of a special fledgling, like she's not like the other fledglings. A bunch of like different stuff happens, and it's a really good series. It's definitely YA. It is really good. I like it a lot. Before that one, I listened to this audiobook, A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Oh, and that series was by PC and Kristen Cast. This was so good. It was so cute. I'm a sucker for a romance, and a Christmas romance. Yes. This is about Nolan. He is a ex-boy band guy. He was kind of like the bad boy of the boy band, and he's trying to change everybody's like perspective of him now to where he's not the bad boy, because he's not that anymore. And he wasn't necessarily the bad boy before, but he did do what people consider bad boy things before. And then there's B, who I love. She is a porn star, and she likes acting and everything. And I think it's her manager, he is producing this Christmas movie for the Hope Channel, which is like a very conservative, clean, family-oriented channel. Nolan is the lead guy in the movie, and the lead girl ends up getting sick, I think, and so she can't do the movie. So Teddy, her manager guy that's producing the movie, calls B and is like, I need you to do this movie. So she goes to this movie and she doesn't want anyone to know what her profession is while she's there because she doesn't want it to ruin her chance in the movie. Little does she know, Nolan knows who she is because he subscribes to her channel. So it's really good. It's very spicy. So if you like that, you will like this. I read was Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I love this series. Wrath is amazing. It's so good. This is the Fairy Loot edition, so it has like the pretty color on the front and then the flowers. I love it. But it was so good. I thought it was a really good way to end their story in this one. I am excited. She's writing a book for Envy, and honestly, I'm gonna need a book for all of the Princes of Hell because I'm just so interested. But Envy, Pride, and Lust are the ones that I'm most invested in, so I'm hoping we'll at least get a book for each of them. I'm thinking we will because she kind of gave a hint about it, so that's my hope. But yes, the series is very good. If you are interested in like witchy things, them traveling to hell to like figure stuff out, food, then you will really like this. Also, the first book is YA. The second book and this book, the third book, are more new adult. There are some spicy scenes and they're pretty explicit in the second book and the third book, but the first book, I think it's just like kissing in the first book if I remember correctly. So there's that. This was the first book I read this year. I listened to the audiobook. All of these I listened to the audiobooks on. It's called Heartbreak for Hire by Sonia Hartle, I think. This book was so good. 5 out of 5 stars. It was so cute. So we have Brinkley here. She works for Heartbreaks for Hire. What they do pretty much is they get revenge on these scummy guys. So what she does is she just embarrasses the guys. I don't remember exactly what her job title was, but she goes to just kind of get a little revenge, kind of embarrass the guys because they maybe like embarrassed a woman and the woman, you know, wants revenge on them. So they hire these Heartbreak for Hire people. So that's what she does. Mark, he wants to be a professor at a college, and she gets hired to do some revenge on him. Well, when she meets him for this like revenge date, she ends up kind of liking him. They almost hook up, and then she's like, no, wait, like he's a target. I can't hook up with him. And then it turns out he ends up getting hired at the Heartbreak for Hire's place. So then she has to deal with that, and it's really good. It's a fun read. I enjoyed it a lot. It does have spicy scenes, so there's that. The last physical book that I have is Mixed Signals by B.K. Borison. I did physically read this one. I absolutely adored this book. 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10 would recommend. It is one of my favorite series. There's 3 books. You can read them as like standalones, but the first book is Love Light Farms. It takes place on a Christmas tree farm. That one's more around Christmas time. And then the second book is In the Weeds, and that one's like springtime. And then this one was more summertime. So cute. It follows Layla and Caleb. She works at like a little bakery. She owns the bakery at Love Light Farms. So she works there, and Caleb used to be the deputy in the town, but now he is a substitute teacher at the moment. She keeps dating all these terrible guys, and every time he dates somebody, he gets to like the 3rd or 4th date, and then it ends. Like he can't get past that point, and he doesn't know why. So they decide to kind of fake date each other, so that way he can show her like how she should be treated, how her dates should go, how her relationship should be. And she's supposed to kind of like grade him on his dating and kind of give him tips about what he could do better, what he's doing great, and everything. So that way when their time is up on the dating, I think it's for like a month, then, you know, he can go and maybe successfully date somebody else, and then she'll know like what she deserves, so that her next person will be somebody that deserves her. Obviously, fall in love. Of course, this book was so cute. I was blushing the whole time. I laughed out loud. All the little like side characters are amazing. The couples from the first two books play roles in this one. So yeah, it's really good. So that's all I've read this month so far. My 3 audiobooks I'm going to be listening to that I don't physically own is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I've listened to the first 3 books in the Mortal Instruments series and I loved them. I'm doing the author preferred reading order of her Shadowhunter series because I've never read the Shadowhunters books before. This is my first time going through and reading all of them. The next one is Clockwork Angel. I'm excited about that one. And then the other audiobook is The Beast by Katie Roberts. It's part of her Wicked Villains series. So this one follows the Beast, Belle, I think she's Isabel in the book, and then Gaston, so it's the 3 of them in the book. So I'm really excited about that. I've read the first 3 books in that series and they're very good. They are super spicy. So if that's what you're into, these ones are awesome. And it's cool because most of them, it's like the villain gets the girl. So that's really cool. And then the last audiobook is Hand on the Wall. It's part of the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson. I've read the first 2. I have the first one in physical copy. I don't have the rest of the series yet. I think I am going to buy them. I was waiting to listen to all the audiobooks to decide if I really want to own all of them. My last book that I'm planning on reading this month is Zodiac Academy 6. That one I'm reading on my Kindle. I gotta pull it up. This is it. Fated Throne is the 6th one. So I plan on reading it as well. I think I'm going to start it either tonight or tomorrow. I'm super excited. I love this series so much. So much. I'm obsessed. It's so good. If you haven't read it, it follows these twins, Darcy and Tori. They live in the human world in the first one, and then this person comes to bring them back to this world, the Zodiac Academy world. Turns out that they're long lost princesses from this Fae world. So everyone in this world is Fae. And so they go back with him. He's one of the professors at the school. So they go back with him. So they're starting out at the school. It's kind of like Hogwarts a little bit, but it's a college. Everyone's 18 and older at this school, but a lot of the rules and stuff at the school are very reminiscent of high school. It's like a boarding school, basically, for Fae. And they learn about their magic and their history, and everybody has a different element that they kind of control. That's their magic. So the twins end up being able to control all 4 elements. Everybody else either can only control 1 element or they can control 2, depending on kind of their class of Fae. So there's different classes of Fae, they have got vampires, there's werewolves and dragons and Pegasus, and there's just a bunch of different kinds of Faes. It's really cool and it's very interesting, and the magic system is really easy to understand, especially since it's very elemental based. It's not hard to follow at all. It's very good. I will say the first couple of books, a bully romance. There's a lot of bullying in the first book and not very much romance. The second book is still pretty heavy on bullying, but a little bit more romance. And then I feel like maybe around the 3rd or 4th book, the bullying really dies down and the romance starts building up more, which is good. I like that a lot because they're getting bullied basically by these 4 guys, which are the heirs to their country. I can't remember the name of it right now. But their parents currently, the guy's parents currently are the counselors. And then once their parents retire or die, they're supposed to take over. Well, now that the girls are there, the twins, since they are technically the princesses, then they could take over the throne, and they don't want them to. The guys don't want them to because they're you haven't grown up here, you know nothing about a world. And at the moment, they're currently kind of in a war with these nymph creatures that are going around and killing Fae and stealing their magic. And they're the princesses, they don't know anything about that. How are they going to help? basically. So they don't want them to take over the throne, and at first the girls don't want to, and then they're like, you know what? Yeah, I do want to take over the throne. And that's when stuff starts to really get good. But so far there's 8 books in the series, and I'm on book 6, so I'm really excited about that. Also, the professor that went to go get them, his name is Lance Orion, and I love him. Him and Darcy are my favorite characters in the series. And then out of the 4 heirs, Darius is my favorite. So yeah, it's very good. I love it so much. So there's that. So I'm obsessed with cats. I have 2 cats myself. Ollie and Zoe, they are not currently in my room with me, so I can't show them to you, but maybe in a future video. I think that's it for this video. I have my nice little bookshelves back here. I will do a bookshelf tour at some point, probably next month. I have my next couple of videos planned out, so look forward to that. I think I'm gonna post every Tuesday starting out. I think that's it. So thank you for watching. If you would like to be notified and stick around and see future videos, and you can hit the subscribe button down there. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's the same handle at bookish.coffee.addict. I post on there at least once or twice a week. I want to try to post maybe at least 3 times a week maybe, but I use my stories a lot. So yeah, if you want to follow me there, I would love it. So thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next week on the channel. Bye!